Jacksonville, Florida. Standing by are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, first opened in 1995. There's a look inside Everbank Field here in the River City of Jacksonville, Florida. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Defense showing blitz. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
One of the beauties of a 3-4 defense is that you have flexibility with your linebackers, and you can put them in different spots. But one of the downsides is an offensive team that's committed to running the football, you can get your big offensive linemen up on linebackers quicker, and that usually gives you an advantage in running it.
Halfback sent in motion. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes, because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. They'll give it to him right up the gut. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. The offensive line and its ability to open holes in this defensive front, something they were confident they could create in this game. Got the job done there, picked up the first.
And something they wanted to do. Have we ever met offensive linemen that don't want to fire out and hit people? I mean, they love the running game. Guys want to do that, and when you emphasize it, practice it, and work on it, that gives you an opportunity during the game.
It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard. Second down and just 1. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Now they'll run it on the toss. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I have to admit to a little bit of surprise on that play call. Short yardage, and they try to go wide. They got spilled for their efforts.
And this one is right through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. They get 25 yards out of that one. And it's good enough for a Pittsburgh first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Past the 20, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Their big tight end, 49 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start.
Green 39! Green 39!
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
Here we go! What? Let's go!
Second and goal to go now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. And that linebacker group today could be very key.
As we were preparing for this game, you pointed out to me as we were watching film that the linebackers look like an elite unit. I agree with you totally. They move around, fly to the football, and take it away from offenses.
And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on 3rd and goal. And now a carry here for their fullback. And he is going to lose yardage here. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers.
This drive started with 1st and goal. Now that it's 4th and goal, anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me.
So they had great field position, but a 3-play drive that actually goes backwards, and then they kick the field goal.
And I think the key sequence in there, the key phrase you just gave us, a 3-play drive. Had the momentum, great field position, unable to move the football.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down, and that is incomplete. As we get a look at the defensive starters, the secondary, they're certainly going to need to be on their toes in this one.
And you know me really well. Where do I start analyzing a game? From the secondary. And these guys have to be on point today. They're facing a high-powered attack.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That is incomplete. Gun now on third down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 13 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football.
Let's go!
Back to throw now on first down. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and throw the play, that's when you have a lot of fun.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk. About this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively a dime look, 6 DBs. They'll set up a throw, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
the play fake. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that plan any down.
Now back to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I don't know about you, partner, but on second and inches, a lot of the times I'm worried about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. And that's one of his advantages of a passer is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes him.
And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. It looked like he might have had a window there, but the rhythm was just a little bit off.
It certainly was, because everything that has to come together to get a pass completed. Yeah, you're right. The sync just wasn't there.
He'll drop to throw. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will actually break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted them.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Surveying the field. They've got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So 1:55 to go in the first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And his kick is indeed good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
I
don't know about that.
Super toe. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd down following the run. On play action, they'll throw. He's got time in the pocket. He's got his man on the crossing route. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Jeez, don't you at least want your guys to get a drink of water? Probably pretty thirsty. Whatever, your wish, our command. Third quarter now. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is, and the running back dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field, and now
the ball comes loose, and the Jags grab it. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it second and short. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game. Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. They'll set up to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
Here we go now.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A nice pick up there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Finding time. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Second down now after the pass completion.
All right, now look at 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. They control the clock, they control the ball.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
And his kick here is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 30 yards there. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Back to throw here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
This is taken at about the 14. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll come out in the pistol. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. So here we go, a third down after the second down pass completion. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Pulled in at the 24. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. 75 yards. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. There he goes left side. 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Their dangerous wide receiver, 99 yards. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. 6 yards to go here on 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Third down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
It's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. And they're going to speed things up here.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Escape, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And it's taken in at the 9. A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Here on 1st down. On the move to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throwing left side, it's complete. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
10 yards on the pickup there, and that'll be good for a Pittsburgh 1st.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Their big tight end, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And now a critical extra point attempt here. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And out now comes comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
So holding by the offense and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but, boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Tie game here. Time starting to run down. The defense really needs to try and keep this game tied, see if they can get the ball back for the offense. They're going to look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Tie game late, and the offense really has to be conscious of the clock here as it's becoming a factor late in this ball game. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ultimately, that did not work out for the offense, but they have to feel pretty good about the play overall. They were so close to having that thing pop for the yardage they needed, but instead, they actually lost yardage on that one.
Here we go.
Oh, design run for their wideout. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5. And the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down, 3rd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And his kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Only 1 timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have 1 timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch, not at all.
This was the goal before they started the season, to play in a Super Bowl, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
And this is why songs are written about teams. Okay, you go back, some teams wrote them earlier in the season about their goal of getting to the Super Bowl. This one, they're going to be able to break it out now because their goal was to get there, and they achieved it. How about that? That's pretty fantastic.